fight. 2-on-2, that's like 4. They be sharing me. Okay, they working like the red dude. Red got them doing. That's what I'm into. Yeah, if I'm in it, then I own it, not a rental. No, I've been plotting on the lamb and the Benz cool. Yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, I don't like your energy. I don't like that. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. You an enemy. All them lies you telling, I can't let that be the end of me. No, probably cause your girl feeling me. It's a flag on the play, all these catching penalties. Look, I don't like your energy. I don't like the fake handshake, snake tendency. Let's go.
Your goals, I'm bringing my game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. You hear the crowd, they screaming my name. I got the stadium going insane. Done with the talking, it ain't no discussion. You started, I finished, put me in the game. Put me in the game. Yeah, put me in the game. All of that talking just sound like a show. I'm just letting you know that I'm not entertained. Hey, coach. Put me in the game. They put me in, so I'm going in. You play for fun, I'm playing to win. Back on the wall, I'm ready for war. If I beat them before, I could beat them again. They thought I was done, I went on a run and beat all the odds and got even again. Watch what you say, I'm not one of them. When I jump in my bag, I could jump out the gym. Take a look at my legacy, I gotta let them see I'm out here winning, cause I'm on a mission. Put me in the game.
Coming to you from the venue that hosted the Super Bowl back in February of '06. Welcome to Ford Field in downtown Detroit. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Seattle Seahawks and the Detroit Lions. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports.
This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Played collegiately over at East Lansing. Here's Ken Walker.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Gotta like that start. 14 yards to get him going. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Yeah, that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up second down. Geno now to throw. And he finds his target. It's Marquise Goodwin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 36. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down.
Well, this defense for the Lions, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
They get 17 down to the 17, and it's a first down.
Walker now on 1st and 10.
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle.
Kenneth Walker, his 3rd rushing touchdown of the year. And the Seahawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon.
Extra point up and through by Myers. And that makes the score 7-0. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. The first carry now, and right away he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home, the next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Trey Brown. And the Seahawks are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stand.
He's got a man, complete. And all the way in, touchdown, Seattle. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are. This team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here comes Khalif Raymond from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. So erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2x2-inch ones that you can buy.
Yeah.
In addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. That throw taken in by Jamison Williams. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
16 yards. That's good for the Lions.
Finding Williams once more, complete. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Zero hesitation that time. That was get ball, throw ball.
Yeah, turn into a smoke route. If you see the coverage off the receiver, doesn't matter whether you call it a run or not. Just take the ball, get it out to him.
Remain for 2nd down. To throw is gone.
He tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it.
And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
That's a game 3.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play and get my defense off the field.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Goff wants to throw on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, based on what we've seen so far, I don't think you can even call this an off day anymore, partner, because this group we're watching, they are totally out of rhythm trying to get their game plan up and running. That 0 on the scoreboard is glaring down at them with every incompletion.
They go ahead and snap it. Gone. That's to his running back, complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, these guys certainly need something good to go their way because this first quarter has been something of a disaster for them trying to move the ball. But that completion there maybe can get them focused and moving in the right direction.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Here's Goff. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield.
And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Again, Goff.
He'll get this off to Swift.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Goff now looks to throw.
Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown, Lions.
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. Oh, a good return up past the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So for this offense, Charles, remember, drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and they told us all week that this was the plan and this is what they wanted to execute, but did they really believe it would happen this well, this efficiently? I know they'll take it, and afterwards they'll say, there was never a doubt in our minds we were going to be successful in this one.
Second down and 3. Straight ahead, Walker. And this one not going anywhere. They get him at the 44 for a gain of just a yard.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're not doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Smith on third down. And this one is incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
And here's Dixon to punt now as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Play action. It's gone. Throw right side, complete to Williams. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll leave them with a third and just a yard. Nothing flashy there. The slant to the slot.
Oh, and the frustration for the defensive guys because it's a quick play. And you know it's going to be a bang-bang play in terms of the throw and the catch. And then he's able to absorb the contact and complete it.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The Lions are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. They got off to the tough 0-2 start, but come off a very important first win of the season last time out.
And it's tough when you find yourself in an early season crossroads, but that's exactly where they were. At 0-2, they were thinking if we fall to 0-3, things can spin out of control. But now at 1-2, they shouldn't feel the need to press out there. They're now back in a good spot, find a way to win some games, and keep moving forward.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Goff. This is caught by Williams. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On first down, gone. And that's out to the flat for Swift. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
On the tackle that time, Shelby Harris.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff. It's Williams on the catch. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
That's the third time on this drive that these two connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's been enough of big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A 5-yard gain there makes it 1st and goal.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. The slot man in motion right. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Goff now looking to throw. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
They're putting together a drive here in the final minutes of the half, but the coverage has been tight all game long, and they certainly want to keep them off the scoreboard here.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Now Goff. Open man, and he's got Williams. Touchdown Lions. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Lions have cut it back within a score. Extra point by Batchley, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And here comes a return from the... And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And with still more than a minute to go in the half, time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Oh, it's out. Smith lost it. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. A disappointing end of the sequence there. He was starting to turn nothing into something, and then he lost the football.
And sometimes things get lost in the transition. And what I mean by that is you go from being a passer to a runner. And at a certain point, once you cross the line of scrimmage, you're strictly a runner now. There's no more downfield threat. Make sure you take care of the football while you're traversing downfield.
Following the fumble recovery, Goff. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Second down at 5.
Goff. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
So now following the sack, Goff and the Lions needed to come up with something here on 3rd and long.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game during the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball, possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Goff. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now Goff. Got his man. It's Williams. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Goff and Williams hooking up there for Lions first.
It's nice to see Jamison Williams recover from his knee injury suffered in the college football playoff in 2022. And we already knew that his speed was some of the best in the game. And that's a big reason why Detroit traded up to pick him 12th overall. So early said taking a receiver since 2007. That pick being Hall of Famer Calvin Johnson. Nice job there by Williams, using some of that speed there to pick up a first down.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. So So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a second down and just a couple. And that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On it's the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. From the left hash, this from 34. Badgley's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we reach halftime here in a 4-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Goff. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And no run back here as the 3rd quarter will commence with a touchback. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the 3rd quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now. It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. From the gun, here's Swift. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They need to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spend in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Throwing is Smith. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
It doesn't matter. If you give a quarterback enough room to escape, he can hit you for a big game. You've got to give him a little more focus moving forward.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Okay, take us to school here, Charles. On a play like that, pretty successful RPO. What's the quarterback looking at?
Basics, he's looking at the defensive end or the outside linebacker. If that player crashes down to take the running back, quarterback pulls it, runs to the outside end. Some teams, though, will read different players depending on defenses, but basically it's that outside player.
They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people.
Touchdown, Seahawks! Marquise Goodwin, a 14-yard touchdown. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Myers connects on the PAT, and that pushes the lead up to 11.
Lions 17. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock.
Fair catch, made on the 25-yard line. The Lions take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Goff. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one, or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
He hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line.
48 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points. But he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, in the second half, that's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker. He scored on the ground and through the air as his guys are able to push that lead out a bit further. Oh, this is blocked. That's a live ball scooped up by the offense. A call and luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, our ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Well, it's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
So 2nd and 10 now here in the third quarter from Detroit. Back to throw, Goff. And now here's another interception. Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Seahawks are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. Here's Walker to start the drive. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
And the Seahawks first down.
Back to Walker on first down. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And this is why aggressive defense coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
From the 38, Smith. Man open, it's Goodwin. And it's going to be another first down as they'll get him to the ground at the Lions' 26. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Trying the left side with Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker, 26 yards. And the Seahawks get another third-quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
That's good for the Lions.
Sharks got it left side. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 47-yard line.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Goff throwing again. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Kobe Bryant. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
Well, what has been a fantastic game for this defense has been rough for this offense. And certainly a signal caller, Charles, that's thrown all these interceptions. Another one there, and this one taken all the way back for the score.
Spot in the post-game highlights to show this rip of interceptions and great plays this group has made. They've been on it from snap one.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming.
About that, partner, because...
And now here is another interception. He's able to get a handle on this, so this will remain Seattle ball. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity miss.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
The Seahawks on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
On third down, here's Walker.
And he'll be stopped short of the first down, right around the 18-yard line. And it's just short. He got 6 of the 7 he needed, so that leaves a decision here on 4th and a yard.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up. A live ball here, remember.
Well, if nothing else, some signs of life here, Charles, because you're facing the big deficit, but at least they were able to prevent 3 more from getting on the board there with a nice block.
And that's how they're comforting themselves on the sidelines right now, because they certainly didn't execute well on that play at all. Bottom line, exactly what you said. They didn't need the 3, but they sure don't like giving up a block. They'll have something to work on as they get into practice next week.
And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
Darrell Taylor picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, have a game, sir, why don't you? A sack earlier and an exclamation point here late in the game, and this one won by his side of the ball. They felt surprised he didn't get his 2nd sack earlier.
From the gun on third down, Goff. He's airing it out for Williams. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. And my goodness, reception.
Jordan Brooks with it. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football.
The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 20-yard line.
Sticking with Walker on 2nd down.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Going to need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Again, it's Walker.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down. Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. He had his lone attempt blocked earlier. Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So this time the protection holds up for him just fine, and he's able to bang it through.
I think their special teams coach got the point across. He gave him a pretty good earful after the block earlier, and this time there's no penetration, so they're able to pick up 3.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace
with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. To throw is Goff. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch. Goff to St. Brown for the Detroit first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. They've got a first and 10 as they search for a late score. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. Here's Goff. He'll go right back to St. Brown. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. He's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
That's good for the Lions.
On first and 10, Goff. That's complete to Swift out of the backfield. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it's second down.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Goff. And he'll get this into the hands of Swift once again. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So here's a first and 10 at the 38. Now it's Goff. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they're going to be set down around the 15-yard line. From the red zone now, Goff. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
First down. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run it with Williams. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for a touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead drops from 34 to 27.
Makes the score Seahawks 51. Lions 24. Jack Fox to kick off for the Lions.
Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And they will take a knee here. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel.